What up, my people? ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome, bienvenidos to another episode, otro episodio de Hoy en Día TV. I am your host and producer, Yessie Rodriguez, and I'm going to bring on to the stage my amazing co-hosts. We have Nadine Barton, author, entrepreneur, actor. Yes, welcome. We have Dr. Cece, the actionist. She is also an author and many things to entrepreneur, business owners, etc. Yes. So welcome, lovelies. How are y'all doing?
Hello.
What'd you say?
Hey, ladies.
Nadine, you said something, but I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said hello. How you guys doing?
That's what you said. Okay. Hi. How's it going?
It's going well. I don't know. There's a different look because I had to move my crappy computer from upstairs, bring it downstairs because I don't have what was your old Wi-Fi company? What is it? Spectrum? I don't have Spectrum. I have AT&T? No, Comcast, and they still suck.
But isn't like Comcast and Spectrum, like, aren't they part of like the same parent company? I thought. Let me see.
Ooh, are they?
I don't know. Let's look at it and see.
Because if so, then that would explain it.
That would explain it, exactly. And they don't have fiber in my area, so.
Well, you ladies are looking lovely. I feel like a bum on today's show. Let me just put that out there.
No,
y'all in a hotel and these lovely ladies are looking gorgeous. And I'm just gorge, right? But no, you guys look amazing today. I like that.
You always look amazing.
That's pretty. Is that like a necklace right there? That's really pretty.
Oh, yes. It's a necklace. Thank you.
I like it. Gorgeous.
But see, with you have natural beauty, baby. You don't even have to really try. So you're all
I
good.
know, sis. You can wear a banana tree and you still look good.
I love you.
Potato sack. Like, come on.
Love it.
So our show, it's going to be us today. This is going to be the host show, talking it out. But we do have a lot of talking points, though, I will say. And we're already starting good.
How's my lighting, guys? Because since I changed my lighting from upstairs, I just feel like my lighting down here is kind of bad.
It's different, I will say this. But I can still see you, though, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
It does look different, especially on like this side of the face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, as long as we can see you, that's what matters, right?
We can see you.
So September, there's actually a lot of topics for Awareness Month. And I know last week I touched on a few of them. And one of those was Healthy Aging Month, which we had our special guest, Donna Donier, who was speaking on healthy aging and, being a 63 plus model in age, right? And she looks great. She takes care of herself. But in addition to healthy aging, I'm not sure if you all were aware, but we also have like Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. We do know about Hispanic Heritage Month. I've heard of that one. Childhood Obesity Month. That's a first for me, which is, to me, I feel like that's an important topic for sure, especially making sure that your kiddos are eating healthy and not taking on like just a bunch of the shenanigans that they're putting in our foods now. So those are some of the topics that we are going to be touching on today. And I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, the processed foods. I want to really get into that childhood obesity because you guys know sometimes I'll substitute teach at one of the schools here in my local area, and you see a lot of children that are overweight, and you see a lot of children that are pre-diabetic or diabetic. Some are type 1, right? So that's a different animal altogether. But type 2, as you guys know, I say type 2 is a choice. Okay, because type 2 is really truly about your diet and your exercise. And so I'll see a lot of kiddos type 2 diabetes, and it's really in all the processed foods and just the bioengineered foods that aren't even real, right? Yep. And it saddens me that here in the US of A, where we're one of the richest countries in the world, not the richest, but one of the richest, but we let all kinds kinds of harmful chemicals into our food. And I know that, Robert Kennedy is now, in the White House, and he's supposed to be doing all these things. That was like his whole kind of launch, well, not the whole launch pad, but that was a big component of his campaign, was about, our food and vaccinations and all of these things. And, food is a vaccine, is how I see it, right? Because food is health. Food can heal, right? And so we've been given herbs and all these things, right? Vegetables and fruits that are here to make us stronger and healthier, to be able to regulate and metabolize different things in our bodies. And we are injecting them, right? Microdosing them with harmful drugs, which should be totally illegal, but it's not. And then just putting all these processed things in our food that's not real food to make it last longer, these preservatives and all these things. And not only that, but just downright chemicals, y'all, just like, different fertilizers and all these just harmful chemicals that we use to kill insects and all these things. Like, how does that even happen? That doesn't even make sense to me in my mind, in regards to how the US, how we're killing our people. And I don't know if this is by happenstance. I don't know if it's by coincidence. I don't know if it's just downright on purpose, but it's wrong. And I am not for this at all. It needs to cease. It needs to desist. We need to have people out legislating and campaigning and protesting about the food that is killing us. We're ingesting all of these things in our bodies, these harmful chemicals, and our bodies don't recognize it. And then we go to the doctors, because here in America, we don't treat the whole body, the whole human. We just treat that symptom, right? And so we give a medication for the symptom, and then you have to follow that up with another symptom, and then follow that up because of all the side effects of that symptom. And it just goes on and on and on. And we are killing our healthy cells. We cannot regenerate fast enough, right? Healthy cells, because one, due to a lack of proper sleep hygiene, because probably all of these so-called foods is keeping us up at night. Your minds are always constantly going. Your body's never really truly at rest. And then we're having all of these different cancers and all of these different diseases in our bodies. And we're wondering what's happening. I'm telling y'all, I'm a true believer and proponent that I believe it's in the so-called food. And I say so-called food because, like I said, this food that we're consuming here in the US of A, it is not real. You all have probably seen things like on TikTok and different social media platforms where China, even, they're making fake food, fake eggs, fake rice, fake tea, y'all. I love me some tea, but the herbs and things, they're like painting this stuff, literally like spray painting these, whatever it is. I don't even know, because it's not a real herb. And we're ingesting these things. And if you know, like I know, if you add hot water to certain things, it can actually increase, right, the amount of the different chemicals that's in it that makes it harmful for your body, right? You would think, oh, I'm going to boil some food. I'm going to boil this. I'm going to kill it with the heat. But it will actually, in some different chemicals, right, when you increase the heat level value and things, it changes that, right? And it can make it more harmful for you. So I know you ladies, I know you, yes, you have children. Nadine, you have, nieces and nephews and so on and so forth. We have loved ones. Ourselves, we love our own bodies, right? To where this has to stop. It really has to stop. And we have to say no. If it's not real food, we don't want it. When I lived in Italy, bread would go bad after 2 or 3 days. Like, you will start to literally see the mold, right? Even on fruits and vegetables, you don't keep a whole lot of food in your home in those different parts of the country, because it's real food and it will expire, as it should. Not bread that's going to last like 30 days, or more, Go ahead, Nadine. Yes.
Listen, put a tater tot, put a French fry, put a nugget or something in your car or somewhere. I don't want you guys to have, and I'm just saying hypothetically, not try to put something in your car. I'm just saying, just in general, and leave it for days, and you'll see it's not going to change. It's not going to change because of all the things that they're putting in the food. The other day I was going on and said, because, I didn't eat, and I said, let me stop at Burger King. That was the worst idea ever, because, I don't remember what number that was, maybe number 9 or number 10. I was just like hungry. I needed something in my stomach, and I bought a chicken sandwich. And, I don't eat burgers or anything like that. So I said, let me just buy a chicken sandwich because I was hungry. And I bought a chicken sandwich, and the first bite I took, I was like, it didn't taste like chicken. And I did not eat it. I threw it out. It was disgusting. to say the
That's
least.
Justin. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's yeah. And you both make a good point. Cece, thank you for sharing that. And as I was listening to you, and I was doing some additional research just so that we can have some data to share with our viewers and listeners, right? So childhood obesity really matters because this is our children. These are our kiddos. We're to make sure that they're growing to live many, many, many years, right? And so in the US alone, nearly 1 in 5 children range of ages between 2 and 19 are considered obese. That's high. Childhood obesity increases risks like type 2 diabetes, like you shared earlier, Cece, high blood pressure, heart disease, joint problems, asthma, and even self-esteem. And so with that in mind, these are some of the habits that they're correlating to when they grow into adulthood, right? What you learn as a kid is one of those things where old habits die hard. And so it's really important to teach your child at an early age to eat healthy. And even with that, also considering physical activity, going outside, going to kick the ball around or something. I don't know, run around, run track, go in the field, do something, right? Not just be in front of your TV or your laptop or your tablet, what have you. And even with that, from a diet perspective, root causes, so high calorie processed foods and sugary drinks. Also, so foods to avoid or limit. So parents, if you are giving your children this, please, please, please avoid or limit. This is what's considered bad foods. So sodas, as we know, sodas of all types, sports drinks, sweet teas, juice cocktails. Now, even with juice cocktails, be mindful when you're looking at the label, make sure it says 100% sugar. I'm sorry, not sugar, juice. Sorry.
They want to go crazy.
See, y'all paid attention. I like that. Y'all paid attention. Yeah. 100% juice is what I meant to say. Not 10% juice, 11%, 15%, 100% juice. Better choices to consider: water, of course, milk, 100% fruit juice, as I mentioned, in small portions, because it does have natural sugars as well. Not necessarily saying that those natural sugars are bad, but everybody's body is different, right? And so even with that, similar to what Nadine was saying, avoiding fast foods and fried foods, so burgers, fries, fried chicken, nuggets, pizza. Better choices to consider would be grilled chicken, baked fries, homemade pizza with veggie and toppings, processed snacks, potato chips, cookies, pastries, candy, packaged snack cakes. So no more ho-hos, no more, what's the other ones that people like?
Twinkies.
Yeah. Twinkies. No.
All those little Debbie snack cakes. Yeah, those little Debbie snack cakes, they're so good, but they're so bad for you.
Yes. That is true. So better choices for that is fruit, yogurt, whole grain crackers with cheese, air popped popcorn, which I haven't done in a while. I'm going to have to do air popped popcorn. That sounds fun. Refined carbs and sugary breakfasts. So white bread is considered not good. Sugary cereals, pancakes with syrup every day. Better choices: oatmeal, eggs, whole grain toast, fruit smoothies. High calorie desserts. Now, ice cream is one of my favorites. I will say vanilla bean ice creams is considered a bad food. Milkshakes and donuts. Yikes. Okay, better choices: frozen fruit pops, yogurt parfaits, fruits with honey. Anything that you all have to share that I haven't shared as what you consider like bad food versus good food?
Yes. It's so good. Little Debbie. I love me some Little Debbie. I love me some Little Debbie. So not to say all Little Debbies are bad, but just everything in moderation. I think with all of these foods, right? That's the key. Everything in moderation, right? You can go have that Little Debbie snack cake. It brings joy to my heart, right? But I can't eat this every day. I love me some pancakes. I had a waffle this morning, okay? Just doused it in the whole syrup. So bad, but it was so good, right? But the healthy habits is really key about starting them out young. When you said the age of 2 years old, that's a child that cannot make a decision and choose what they eat. So it's up to the parent. And I know, and we can relate. It's kids. man, it's hard to get them to eat anything healthy sometimes, right? My child was breastfed, and when he was very young, he ate really good. He ate really, really good. But then after I started to introduce him to more solid foods and things of that nature as he got older, and then give you a little ice cream. And then it's just like instantaneous. It's like something clicks on in the brain and say, give me more sugar, more sugar. Right? I'm like, why did I give him the ice cream? Why did I give him the donut? And now it's just like, I have this little sugar demon, you know what I'm saying? And sugar is very addictive. It's very addictive. I am a recovering sugar addict. Yes, I am. People say you're crazy. And I'm like, you don't give me my sugar, you'll see crazy, right? So I am a recovering sugar addict, right? I am. And y'all, for those of you that can relate, try going without sugar. For a day or two, you will see you will change. But, it's good to fast, to do the fasting. And I was so happy when, God helped me get off the sugar, but it was tough. I was mean. I was cranky. I was irritable. You know what I'm saying? I had no energy. I had big mood swings. It was really bad. And I was like, this is truly an addiction. And then when I began to start implementing, just I would have something, but not a lot. I could taste, it was like a injection into my bloodstream. I could feel the change in my body immediately when I began to, incorporate the sugar back into my diet. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so if my body's feeling like that strong, with it, can you imagine what it's doing to your brain? Because sugar kills you, like too much of it, right? It was on a show, it was on a CC1, and she has a podcast there on YouTube, and she had a health coach that was on there, and this lady was talking about how she got her husband from not having type 2 diabetes anymore, that kind of thing, just by their eating and exercising and so on and so forth. So on the show, and I've seen them do this on multiple shows. They did this back on Oprah when she was on. I've seen it done multiple times, but they say, okay, hey, so I was sharing with the team earlier about these little flecks right here called Made Goods. And this is just a little pack of granola. We're not promoting them. This is not a paid advertisement, but I like them. They're good, right? They're granola bites. And so in this, looking at the sugar, and so this has like a gram of sugar or something. It's very little. But the lady on the show, it would say, okay, 17 grams of sugar. So she would have these cups, these see-through glass cups that you could see, and they would just literally take sugar and just put it into these cups and say, okay, 17 grams of sugar. Okay, maybe this, I don't know, maybe it was 10 cups of sugar. And she'd be like, go ahead and eat that. And you're looking at like, I'm not eating that. This is like, who wants to just sit there and eat sugar? But when you consume that candy bar, when you consume those potato chips or whatever, that donut, right? That is what you were putting into your body. And that's just the sugar. Now you got to read all the ingredients on the label because you got salt, you know what I'm saying? You got all these other things in there too. So you might as well just stir up a whole big old cup or bowl of that and go ahead and consume it, because that's what you're putting into your body. And that visual really helped me to try to put things into perspective, because I was like, wow, I wouldn't sit there and just eat and drink cups of sugar. I wouldn't do that. But when I go to pick up that candy bar, that's what I'm doing. And so it really began to kind of shift things, because I'd be like, well, how many grams is this and how many grams is that? Maybe we can look that up. I'm going to look it up on my phone here while we're chatting to see like the calculations, because I forget how she did it, but it was very simple math, I believe, just to determine how many grams of sugar is like how many teaspoons or cups, whatever, right? Just kind of see what that is. But yeah, Nadine, you were saying something?
Yeah, you know what you could make too. I know you showing me the granola, you could because I know for me, I go to Publix, I get the big bags of the granola with the Greek yogurt. As a matter of fact, my friend Keisha, she told me about it. The Greek yogurt with the granola and the blueberries with the honey. I know you say you gave up sugar, but the honey, oh my God, and you could put bananas in it. It tastes so good. It tastes delicious. Yes, you should try it.
Sounds like it's tasty. Okay.
You could do it in the morning, and I mean it's natural. You could replace it, you could use it for breakfast.
And so repeat that recipe again.
So you get the Greek yogurt, and you could buy, the big bags of granola. They have chocolate granola or just the plain one, whichever one you prefer. So you get the granola, you mix it with the Greek yogurt, and then you put the honey on it you could use banana, you could put strawberries, you could put whatever kind of fruit you want, and blueberries, and it is delicious.
There you go.
Basically like a parfait, but you could put in a bowl, whatever you need.
Nadine gave you a dope recipe to consider as a healthy option. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll have to try that.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So I don't know about you all, but I know when I go to the grocery store, I love looking at labels. I'm one of those labels, like people be looking at me because I be like, ooh, yeah. So something to consider if you are like me and you look at labels to say, hey, what is going on here with this food I'm about to purchase? Like, what are the ingredients? What does it have and don't have, right? So things to watch are high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, honey, brown rice syrup, agave nectar, and molasses. Now, honey and cane sugar are more natural, but the high fructose corn syrup, those are not good overall. Agave nectar and molasses as well. So just be mindful of those. Also, anything that says or reads bioengineered food product, that word bioengineered is scary to me. Like, if I read that, I'm not going to purchase it. And you'll be surprised. A lot of these like high-end brands that we grew up with have bioengineered food products. So I found myself steering away from those brands because I'm like, no, like, yeah, we grew up on it, but that cycle stops with me. I'm not going to continue to invest in that because that's my health, my family's health, right? So what are y'all's thoughts about that?
Oh, the bioengineer, I'm all over that.
Made in a lab. Right.
And I'm all over that, like white on rice, because bioengineer is in almost everything. It's in your Little Debbie snack cakes. It is in your cake mixes, okay? The Betty Crocker, the Duncan Hines, it's all up and through. It's in your ice creams. It's in your pizzas, right? All of the famous names that you hear, it's all in that. It's in Oreo cookies, and Oreo cookies are vegan. So you're thinking, oh, these are a healthier choice. They're bioengineered. We don't even eat them anymore. So many of my kids' snacks can't even eat them. Like they're just, yeah, they are shot. They're all like, even like the candies, the Sour Patch Kids, all of it, it's in the Snicker bars, right? Your Hershey's and all that. It's in all of that. M&M's, oh my gosh, don't be some M&M's. It's in all, I'm telling y'all, all of the good stuff that's out there. It's in all the General Mills cereal, which General Mills also has that pesticide in their cereals too. It is bioengineered, y'all. It's fake food. It's fake food. Why does food need to be bioengineered? I need to be able to call food, right? I need to be able to read what's in my ingredients. Yeah, well, Oreos are vegan, but they're bioengineered. So make it make sense. That don't even go together.
Exactly.
Right, don't even go together. Okay, so there is a podcast called Wake Up and Read the Labels. And it's a really good podcast. And they talk about all of these food items and all of these things. And that's where I first learned about the bioengineered. Even getting down to the science of when you're buying your meat and stuff like that. It's really sad that we have to like have a whole college education just to go grocery shopping, right? To know what's real and what isn't. Because it was talking about the animals. Are the animals grass fed? You know, like at the beginning and at the end, like you have to read the stuff because they might start out grass fed, but they might not end up grass fed. They were feeding cows like candy and stuff. Cows are vegetarians. Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? What was going on with that? So why are you feeding them sugary stuff? Like all of this stuff, it's really bad. I'm telling you, it's something else. And we try to stay away from all of it. And I know there's so many other chemicals out there. When it has all the big names that you can't even pronounce and read, you need a scientist to be able to break it down. That's like, this ain't real food. What is this?
So are you guys familiar with the app called Ask Bobby?
No, I'm not. No. What is Ask Bobby? What's
so
that?
basically Ask Bobby is like an app where you download, you take it grocery shopping, and if the label is red, it's a no. If it's green, it's a yes.
Ask Bobby. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah,
there's another app that's similar to that, and it was okay, but I think they didn't have all of the foods like in it. You know, like they're building it out still. So, but that's good. I'll try Ask Bobby. But there was another one like that too. And so, but isn't that sad though? Like, why do we even need like that? It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to go and get eggs and know this is an egg. It came from a chicken, not that it came from China out of a lab. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to go and get a package of beef.
Even your things at home,
know that it came from the actual animal.
Yeah, even the things at home, you can
versus in a 3D lab. You know, the 3D printer labs, they're printing the meat. Have you seen that? There's like a whole lab of just 3D these printers, right? And they're printing your food. And that's why it doesn't taste right. I had I think it was some not clams, it was some kind of seafood at I don't know, Long John Silver or Captain D's. It was one of those restaurants, I don't remember. But I had got some of the seafood and I was eating it and I was like, this tastes like paper. Like it didn't just, and I was like, this isn't right. And I like you, Nadine, I threw it away. I was like, what is this? This is not food. It's not food. And you can definitely taste the difference in food nowadays, especially if you go overseas somewhere and eat food there in a country. It's completely different than the US. Our food tastes like straight poison because it is poison.
Yeah, so even your things at home that you've already purchased, you could use the app, scan the label, and then it will tell you about the product.
That's good to know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to download Ask Bobby. I'm looking at the app now for the reviews, and it gets pretty good reviews. On Google Play, it gets 4.8 stars. On App Store, it gets 4.9 stars. So it sounds like it's a worthwhile app to look in and have on your phone. So thanks for sharing that for sure. Yeah. And then going back to your the thought you just shared, Cece, about the 3D foods, right? So what I've noticed, and this is me correlating back to several episodes where we've mentioned television, right? We're telling somebody's vision when we see different movies and different shows. And I've honestly seen that in a lot of like futuristic type movies where they have the 3D printer right in front of you in the scene, printing the food out. So yes, you are right. I've seen it. It does exist in our current real life world, but in essence, it's provided in TV because they have to make people aware without telling them, hey, we have a 3D printer printing our food. So nevertheless, it is in existence. I agree. And people should know more about it. So for you all who are watching and listening, if you don't know about what 3D food printing is, please look and educate yourself because it is very important. You got to know what you're eating.
Wow.
That's it. So go out there, legislate, do all the things that we need to do. And, educate your community, right? When I found out about the bioengineered foods, I was quick to tell all my family and friends. And my aunt, they began to go into their pantries. My brother did, my aunt did, my mom. They went into their pantries and they got rid of stuff. They were just and that's what we did too. We went into our pantries and I had to throw almost everything away because everything was like bioengineered. And I just started getting rid of stuff. And it's like, we got to do better. And it made me mad because this was money well spent, on products and, household names that we trust and we've grown up with. And it's killing us because everybody should rather get a quick buck, right? Rather than take the responsibility to feed real people, real food.
Right.
Well, Now we're going to start doing like what the animals do. We're just going to go out there and start eating the grass because now we can't trust anything that we buy.
I wouldn't eat the grass. The grass is like filled with poisons. We can't even eat the grass for crying out loud. What can we do?
You make a really good point. Right. Between pesticides and what's the other stuff that be spraying on the grass? It's sad. Bottom line is this: just grow your own food. Just grow your own food. That's it. And I've actually started growing my own food. So because I got sick of it.
But even with that, I'm disheartened even with that because even the seeds that you get, if you don't know that this, because it could be, even the seeds, y'all, with this stuff, some of this stuff is just manufactured. It's really bad. Like I'm telling you, it's like, it's hard to get away from any of it. Because all these seeds are crossed, germinating and doing all these things with these seeds and I don't know. But sometimes the seeds that you're getting, it's not even real. Where I go though, because my parents, my dad, they're all, grew up on the farm living that life. And my dad's like, I say he's frugal, but he's very smart. He is frugal, but he's smart because he grows his own foods. But it was like at a time with seeds that he had from way back when, before, all of these things really they were there in the midst, but not as much. And so his food, when I go and he'll have things that, beans and things that he grows and he'll put them in the freezer and, package them and take the air out. And when we cook them, it tastes like a real bean. Like it tastes real. It tastes different than the ones that I've purchased in the stores, like in the bags and the frozen foods or something. Like it tastes completely different. And so I'm like, okay, this is real. So I'm like, Dad, I need these seeds. You know what I'm saying? I need the seeds from the food that you're growing because, it'll reproduce. So
absolutely.
Yeah, but God help us. That's what you got to pray over your food. Pray over your food.
Listen, now what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start smelling air. Ooh, is that a baked turkey? Okay, I'm full.
I like that. And you know what? We'll be looking fly too. We'll lose all the way. Our bodies will be snatched. Okay, just snip it. Inhale. Okay.
That is so funny.
Listen, I'm telling you, got to do what you got to.
Nadine, that was a good one. That was a good one. I got to give it to you, Mama. Oh gosh. Well, let's move over to something a little bit more light in spirit, right?
Wait, you were saying something earlier. Yes, I'm sorry. You were talking about the aging and stuff. And it's so funny because I just did my green tea facial earlier. You know, I got to refresh the glow.
That's good. Yeah. Healthy aging is Healthy Aging Awareness Month. And so I brought that up because the guest we had on last week, Danye, aka Donna, she is a 63-year-old model and she looks phenomenal. Like she looks great. She takes care of herself. She makes what did she say? Triathlons and different stuff that she did.
Yeah. She's running and swimming and hiking and doing all the things that a young 20-year-old is doing out there. I like that with healthy aging. I want to impress upon our younger viewers that are out there viewing and stuff. Take care of your bodies now, right? Take care of your bodies now. Fuel and feed your bodies with the right things, right? Take care of your skin. You know, we got Nadine doing the green tea facial. Take care of yourself now. If you do it right now in your youth, when you're 20, when you reach 50, 60, 70, you're going to be looking like you're 30. Okay, so take care of yourself now. Hydrate, right? Drink your water. Do all of those things.
Yes.
Exercise. Do all that. That's fuel for your body. Do it now. Do it now.
Drink water and mind your business and stop stressing.
Now, Cece, I'm so glad you said that too, though. Nadine, you're funny. You're so funny. Because I actually started doing that. And I remember starting at 19. Like I was doing workouts and I was doing my face serums. And people were asking me like, well, you don't need that. I'm like, but I'm starting now. Because as I age, I want to make sure I still have my youth looking skin, and hey, here I am. I still look, thank goodness I ain't got no wrinkles.
In your 20s, early 20s. Absolutely, early 20s. Absolutely. And that's real talk. That's real talk. Yes, absolutely. See, it works, y'all. It works. Yes, it's right. Okay, it works.
I remember the days when Cece and we used to go running around the base in Japan, and I wish if I could have those days back because she up and moved to Timbuktu when she was living in Georgia. We used to go running all the time, but she left me like and now I'm a lone wolf. So what am I supposed to do, girl?
Oh, this was a good alternative. Put her on FaceTime and y'all can just run together. You'll be here, you'll be in Georgia and she'll be in, North Carolina, and y'all just be running together, but, really not together, just on FaceTime. But going back to my thought that I was sharing with y'all, it's funny because those same people that were questioning me about that, if you look at them today, like they look older than what they are. Their skin is very dry and brittle. Like I can tell that they don't put proper nutrition and serums and face creams. Like all of that is important. You have to hydrate your skin the same way you hydrate, like when you put lotion on your hands or you make sure you don't have ashy feet. You put lotion on your ashy feet, right? Your skin needs that. Your face skin needs that. Your whole skin needs that. Nourish your skin.
Exactly. And it's perfect example. When I came out of the shower today, I said, what is going on with the water in Georgia? Because if you don't moisturize, because usually I get out of the shower and I put on my body butters right away. But once the water dried up, it's like my skin is white. Like what's going on with the water? I got to get a filter or something because that never happened before. Something is going on in the water. Like literally my skin was it was like white.
Sis, I think you could.
Yeah, a lot of places have the hard water. Yeah,
it's
they have hard water.
But there's some trucks outside on the road. They're doing something. They're working. So I don't know if that have anything to do with the water system. But
well, check it out.
Come on. I don't want to have any ashy skin. Come on.
Yeah, you can easily tell, like, just say if you didn't have any machine to test your water to do anything to know what's going on with it. Think about when you brush your teeth in your sink, or you take a bath in the tub and stuff like that or whatnot. And, you wiping down, whatever the case may be. When you see, just like, we have a stainless steel sink, like our farm sink is like stainless steel. And so, water in that and stuff. And so you'll see all the calcium deposits building up on that, right? You let it sit too long, you'll start seeing, I don't know, just all kinds of things grow, right? But that's your water. That's dirty water, y'all. You can just see it. You're cleaning it, you see it build up of different things. And, that, you know what I'm saying? So that's without any machine. That's just eyeballing it, just seeing just water just on your surfaces, and you're just looking at it. So we don't have clean water. I know they say, oh, you can drink water in America. In Texas, when we went to go visit, when my eldest was graduating boot camp, the Air Force, they were saying in Texas, they don't even recommend that people drink the water coming out of their faucets. And I'm like, what? But Texas is America. What are we doing here? And they was like, it's not safe to drink. Now you hear that in foreign countries, right? Like in Mexico, right? Like in Africa, right? In foreign countries, other continents. But in Texas, in the US, like, don't drink the water. What's that all about? What is that all about? Interesting. Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. That is wild. Mm-hmm. And even what we heard a few years ago back in, what was it? Michigan? Is it Fen? It was a place starts with an F. Can't remember.
Yeah,
Michigan,
Flint.
where they
Flint.
Flint.
Yes. Remember they had that issue with the water too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is true.
That's scary. So that's why here at home, like, we have the refrigerator filter, and then we have an extra one of those Brita water filters. So then I get the refrigerator water, filtered water, and then refilter it again because I don't trust it. Nope.
Yeah, I have a filter on my refrigerator too. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we got to know what our bodies are taking. That is interesting. There's a lot of interesting deep food for thought here. And even with that, going back to the topic about healthy aging, I found a really interesting Instagram post. Shout out to Psychology Posts. 5 non-negotiable days you should schedule every month. And so I wanted to bring this up because, fall, usually people want to transition. They're like purging things. There's a fall cleaning, or sometimes I do spring cleaning. Now we're into the fall cleaning phase, or you should be at least considering on doing fall cleaning or fall maintenance. And with that, there's a way that you can do that mentally for yourself. So 5 non-negotiable days you should schedule every month. So 1, get your together day, which means a day to clear the clutter, whether it be physical, mental, or digitally. Examples: pay those bills, organize your inbox and desktop, do any meal prep, laundry, and errands. Yes, it's boring, it's unsexy, but it's the kind of maintenance that keeps life from spiraling out of control, which in turn, it reduces your stress, right? Because these are extra things that you don't have to fully stress about if you're on top of it. 2, unplug day. Put your phone down. Turn off those notifications. Log off of social media for 24 hours. Avoid technology as much as possible. Ideas: go for a walk, go for a hike, go ride a bike. I don't know, go take your kid to the playground and get on the swings with them. Spend time with other loved ones. Read a book. Whatever it is, just get off of social media, off your phone. Obviously, if it's an emergency, that's a different story, but just a day where you can just decompress from technology for a bit. 3, be a tourist for the day. When's the last time you explored your city? So let's say there's a coffee shop up the street. When was the last time you walked over there just to say, hey, honey, hey, sweetie, hey, whoever, friend, let's go take a walk up the street to this coffee shop. Visit a random neighborhood. Try a restaurant you've never been to. Take photos. Be a traveler. Have fun. Routines make time fly. Explorations slow it down. The goal: see the world around you with fresh eyes. And what I'm going to recommend is take a lot of pictures and take a lot of videos. Why? Because as you age, you're going to look back at those, right? And 5, 10 years from now, you're going to be like, wow, remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? Even with my son, like, I make sure at least once a day I take a picture of him, a video of him, because I want to see his growth. I always look back at the videos I have of my grandmother, my dad. I'm like, I'm really glad that technology was here to allow me to do this, because I know a lot of people that grew in the times before us, they didn't have that, but we have that. Let's take the best positive advantage of it. Record those memories so you can have them. Reconnection day. Life gets busy. Yes, it does. But relationships are what makes it meaningful. So take at least one day per month to reconnect with people who matter. Call your parents. Reach out to an old friend. Grab a coffee with a mentor. There's no agenda, no hidden motive, just real connection. And remember, what you see online matters too. So with that in mind, mini adventure day. So you don't need a plane ticket to have an adventure. Do something small that's new but feels exciting. So visit a museum. Let's say go riding a bike or rollerblading. It's getting winter, so you can go roller skating. Winter's coming soon. So just do fun things. Pumpkin farm. I don't know. Whatever you can think of, right?
Pumpkin spice.
You said pumpkin spice? So what are your thoughts about that, if any, of what I just shared?
I mean, I love fall, and I mean, just going for a drive. I mean, I think I posted something about that, like with the weather about to change and the fall leaves, just going around taking a drive in this weather is beautiful. Like whatever you said, you could do it all.
Yeah, I love that. I love in North Carolina because you get all the seasons. And so when you see those leaves changing colors, and some are changing right now, by the way, I got like one tree is maybe, a quarter of the way orange, and then the rest of it is green, but it's changing. It's on its way. And it's beautiful. And just seeing God's creation and just how life is all around us, even in nature. And it's beautiful. I love the fact that we get to unplug. I love the fact that God even said on the seventh day he rested. So we should be doing that once a week. You don't have to it could be once a week. You should be making it happen to where you do unplug. Right? That one day is for you to unplug. That Sabbath day, right? It's for you to unplug. It's for you to reconnect because it's going to get you through the next week, right? Purging is so great. I love getting rid of stuff. I like things to be nice and neat. I don't like to have a lot of anything. So I love purging stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm getting rid of this. I'm getting rid of that. I'm getting rid of that. And so we've been going through our closets again. And I found a charity in which they take clothes for underprivileged children and stuff. And I love that. Right. And so giving to them like really nice stuff, shoes too. And I'm excited about it. So we're in Augusta this week. We've been travel. Now it ain't a bit nothing to here to do. Okay. That was such bad grammar. Right. But I'm just trying to make it real, make it plain. It ain't nothing to do here. Right. But there's good food. There's some good food here in Augusta. And we tried a Hawaiian barbecue place today. So that was new. We've been going to different restaurants, not the same old, things that we do, but different restaurants. And my little one, he's been loving it. We went to a soul food restaurant on the day before yesterday. And they've been in operation for, I think it's called King's Kitchen. They've been in operation for 2 years. And the food was amazing. Israel does not eat. He's just a finicky eater, right? But he ate veggies yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I was so proud. And he goes, this food is good. I said, now the soul food is good for your soul, but not always good for you all the time. You know what I'm saying? We can't eat like this every day. And so he said, oh, I love this food. It's good for my soul, mommy. It's good for my soul. He's 8, right? So I was loving it. And today we had the Hawaiian barbecue and it was just rice. It was like a Hawaiian whole theme and like the barbecue chicken, but it wasn't like barbecue sauce. It's the Hawaiian themed stuff, but it was lightly, glazed, and it was so yummy. And the rice, and we had like the rib steaks and stuff, and the kimchi and the cucumber kimchi, like it was so good. And he was loving it because it was so flavorful. And guess what? When the food came out, now we paid a lot of money for this food. So when it came out, I'm like, these portions are small. Because guess what? Americans, we like big stuff. We eat off of platters. We don't eat on big normal plates. We eat off of platters. So they brought normal size plates. And I was like, they're jipping us like little saucer stuff. Like, what is this? We need more of it, And, but we were full. We had to bring food home. And when you have food like that, that is sustenance. That is substance because you're eating real food. It doesn't take a lot when you're eating real food. Some of you have probably been in really fancy restaurants. I've been there and they bring out, the presentation is beautiful, but it's just a little amount of food. And you're like, this isn't going to do anything. And I'm paying $100 for this, but you'll eat it and you will be full because it is real food, it is wholesome food, it is sustenance, So we have taken part of that list there, Yessie, on some of the things that you've said to do, and it has been a godsend. I love going out, trying new places in my neighborhood, checking out everything. When I went to Las Vegas, my cousin, Lord rest her soul, we went to Vegas, and of course, being a tourist there, she lived there, and I'm like, let's go do this, and let's go do that, and what was this like, and what was that like? She goes, you know what? All these things that you're trying to do, I've never done any of them, and she lived there. So she saw more of the city when I was there, just trying to see everything than she had did in all of her like 12 plus years of living there. And she's like, I didn't know we had all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is Sin City. We ain't trying to sin and whatnot, but it was a lot of fun things to do and shows to take in. And so I'm getting out and doing that, going to different areas. North Carolina is beautiful. It has lots of little cute towns and stuff. So, hey, we're going to go to Morrisville today, or hey, we're going to go to Cary today. And we're going to check out some new things, because I was like, wow, it has some really great things to offer. So I hope you all are taking advantage of that too. Those are really good tips, by the way. I love that.
And you and Yessie, you guys could go ahead and y'all could stroll together and do some things outside, And Cece, when on your way back, you could stop over and help me purge, because I have a lot of stuff, girl.
Yeah. I love it. Hey, Nadine, it sounds like it might be a good opportunity for a rummage sale or a yard sale. Get a little bit of extra money back, and
I know, right? I know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I did a yard sale when I was living in Georgia, and it was my first one ever. And me and my neighbor were doing it together. So we went out, we made our own little signs, and we went through all the city, and we were putting up these signs everywhere. And let me tell you, if you live in Georgia and you're going to go put up some signs and try to stake stuff in the ground, know that you got that hard clay. You really got this. It was something. You're just trying to ain't nothing happening here, okay? So we had to take water to kind of soften it up a little so we could get it in there. So just know that. But we went out and we put up all of the signs and stuff. And we did the yard sale for our entire community, actually. And me and my neighbor, we were together partnering with this, right, for the whole community. We had such a blast. We had such a big turnout. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I didn't know if any of my stuff was going to sell. All of my stuff. So I made, y'all, I think I made like it was either $500 or $800. I can't, but it was in the hundreds. And we sold like everything that day. And it was just, old baby stuff, just, tools that we didn't need, whatever it was, with clothing for children, like all this stuff. And we were just selling it, and people came from everywhere. And I made so much money that day. And I was like, people pay this much for my old junk, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So do that rummage sale, Nadine. You got this.
You read my mind, sis. I was just thinking about that quote too. One man's trash is another man's treasure. But I mean, hey, in essence, it's really not trash, because you value that at one point. The season passed, right? You no longer needed that, whatever it was, and now you're passing it on for somebody else to get blessed with it. So, I mean, hey, that's
I have an old refrigerator here. I've been trying to get rid of it for a long time. I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and this one guy, he tried to scam me, and I'm like, you better get out of here, Satan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's the scary part about this whole Facebook market, because I don't know, we just got to pray for people, because I don't know what is going on. Mucho locos out here, It's like, why? Like, why don't you treat people the way you want to be treated, with respect and dignity and honesty, right? Like, why act all local? And
speaking about scam, the scam calls are getting out of hand. Like, they're trying new tactics. Like, I got about 5 today about a air freighter, about Samsung something. It was crazy. These people are getting out of hand.
Yep. You know what mines are on Facebook? On my business account, they say, "Oh, your page is
about to be deleted."
And they would try to get the links, and I'm like, really? Come on now. They try it. They
don't click on anything.
No, I block them and I report them. And since I've been reporting them, it stopped. Mm-hmm. So viewers and listeners, if this happens to you all, please do not click on the link. The way to verify is if it says Meta and that the person has actual Meta account. And even with that, they send you an email if there's a true issue with your account. They don't just send you a random message on Messenger saying, "Hey, we're about to block your page." Like
they try to spoof the meta picture and put it on as their profile too. They think they're slick, but really,
yeah. Like I said, I've been reporting them. I've been selecting report page, and every last one of them that sent it to me, they've been reported and they stopped. So if that happens to you, report them, please.
Boredom. You know, I downloaded a new iOS 26 update with iPhone, and I'm loving it right now because I'm telling you, the spam calls are like 0 to none because it's literally AI fighting against AI in a sense, right? So you get all these spam calls and they call, but then my AI from my iPhone, it'll answer and it'll ask certain questions. And if the AI who's trying to call me don't respond or it tries to like come through, it'll say, we need more information. And of course, those calls aren't designed right now, right? Because they're going to get over it, right? But they're not designed right now to respond back. So they want, the iPhone update, right? It won't pass the call through. But then you'll see a separate call log seeing all the spam calls that tried to come through. And I had like over 26 of them one day. Not one time did my phone ring with that trash. I was like, okay, high five. And I don't really like iPhone. I'm like, I ain't really sure. But my husband's like, we're an iPhone family. We're gonna get, so I got rid of my drawer. I had to take a whole, get a PhD learning the iPhone, right? I had to have a whole
Yeah.
learn it, the manuals and everything. But I'm digging iPhone. I don't hate iPhone, but I'm liking it. It's okay. I still prefer my Droid, but the iPhone's cool. But right now I'm loving iPhone because I'm like, yes, iPhone, way to go. High five on this spam. Okay, you were helping your girl out time. Okay.
But you know what? The app called True Caller, that's what that call didn't come true. It didn't come through my phone. I saw it on my through the message thing because it kind of spoofed the call and I was able to go in the app and see it. Like it spoofed all the calls. So True Caller, if you download True Caller, it will scan all the calls and it will scan all the scan all of the scam calls. That and Umail does that as well.
Okay, Nadine, you got all the fancy apps. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Yes. Trust me, because I've had my phone since, I don't know, before creation.
So you've had your phone that long?
When you don't want to change your phone number, and it's the reason why I had a stalker for 25 years. When you don't want to change your phone number and people keep calling you,
That says a lot about me and you, though, because I've had my same phone number for years too. Like my Wisconsin number, I've had it since I was 18, and then I've had my business number since 2011. So yeah, it says a lot about us. We're loyal to the core, even to our phone numbers.
Yep. My very first cell phone, when I first got a cell phone, it's the same number since I purchased the phone. It has not changed. It's the same number. Yeah. Because it was like, oh, you're from Virginia. And I'm like, no, but that's when I got my phone and that's where I was. And so I've never changed it.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, wasn't that your first duty station? But no, Kitty Hawk was your first duty station. But
that is awesome. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. See, before I forget, you were saying something earlier about, hydrating the face. And I was trying to remember what it was. It's called serum cocktailing, where you use like different serums, like over 5 different serums on your face to hydrate your skin. So it's called serum cocktailing.
Okay. That's good to know. My go-to that I absolutely love is called Strivectin.
Oh yeah, you did. You told me about that.
Strivectin.
But that's not a product though. But serum cocktailing is basically when you use more than one serum on your face to hydrate it before you go to bed.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I use 2. So I use the actual face cream from Bath and Body Works. I definitely and then I mix it with the Strivectin. And I rub it on and put it on my neck, because we gotta make sure we ain't got no turkey neck and on that, And
gobble gobble.
And I'm big on reviews too. And then I'm big on, like, when I look at the reviews, I gotta look at the before and afters of people, like how drastic is their change. Like when it comes to all that stuff, I'm very nitpicky, especially because you're gonna spend a good amount of money on these products. Like they're not cheap. They're like 70, 80.
Yeah, because Strivectin is pretty expensive, right? Strivectin is pretty expensive. I've seen it. What all does Strivectin do? Like what does it do?
So they have an anti-aging. They have one for people that deal with like rosacea. It just really depends. Hydration of the skin. So that's what I like. They have different tiers based on what your skin need is or what you're looking for. So I
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh, can y'all see
I
me?
thought that was me that was frozen.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
like,
You said so I, and then it was frozen.
yeah, I thought it was me. I was ducking like, is that me? Is that her?
Uh-oh.
That's good. Yeah, I've seen trifecting in the stores. I think it's pretty kind of pricey, but yeah, that's good to know.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
drop
pricey.
drop it in the chat for the people. Yes, see, drop it in the chat for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
You say, yeah, it's expensive because it works. Hey, I'll pay. If it works, I'll pay, you know?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Like, when I tell you, I've been using that for years. That's
good. Now, Nadine had a skin line, and she shared the skin line with me. And there's an oil, because like I don't really mix products and stuff. I used to do it all the time, but then I'm like, I don't really know if it's working or if it was this product. So I really try to stick with one thing, you know, or a line of something, and use that, and then see, you know, if I get results. Because I'm like, if I'm mixing and matching, and I just don't know. But the oil from her skincare line, Can a Girl Catch a Break Chic Boutique, the oil, I told her, I said, hey, you know, I started because I had to finish my other stuff first, right? And then I just started using her products, so I get like the cleansing soap, the bar, and all the stuff, right? So I was putting the oil on, and I was so impressed with the oil. Like my skin, it just, because you know, sometimes oil will make you kind of greasy and stuff. Not this. It was just, my skin was like, thank you. It was just soaking it up, you know, like a sponge. And it was like that. And my skin wasn't oily because I have oily skin. My skin wasn't oily. It wasn't greasy, any of that stuff. And it just really hydrated. So I began to, you know, I always do like, you know, the face, and then you got to do your neck, you know, décolleté, and you got to do your hands, right? Because sometimes people talk about their hands, and the hands can really show you the age of a person as well. You do everything else, but then your hands are looking all crepey, like, you know, and so you don't want that. So yes, that was a really great oil. So I was like, thank you, sis. You know, and that was just a gift to me. So I was like, you know, loving the product.
It was just a concoction to mix up for you when you just had a headache. You know what I mean?
That is awesome.
Yeah, and that works too. That works too. That coal, I do the one under my eye that feels so nice. It's cold. You keep it in the fridge. It's really good. I love it. I love it.
I love that. Okay, Nadine. So can people find these products on your website?
Oh, no, ma'am. It's just something I did at home. She was here and she wasn't feeling well. And I was like, let me just mix up something. And I just gave her that.
No. You did that one, but no, this was with your product line, with your skincare line that you had.
Oh, you talk about the turmeric products.
Yes.
They're on the website. Oh, okay, they're on the Capzenza website. Yeah, those.
Okay. Yes. Put the link on so that people can find it. And then we're also, with that, while you do that, we're going to transition over to our last minute words, because we're almost at an hour already. Wow. Like, we've been having such a great time. Like, yes, I love it. This is why I love talking to y'all, because it's like we can stay here and chat for hours and hours.
Right? Time just go by so quickly.
It does. It really, really does. All right. So I don't know who is, let's say, well, Nadine does that. Cece, do you want to lead us?
Absolutely. So, hey, I'm your girl, Andrew the Actions with Inspire for Purpose and Girls with Gigs. I am an author, just like Nadine. I never really say that when I'm on here, but I am. We're actually gearing up to do a veterans book discussing mental wellness and things of that nature. So be looking out for that. You can find me at www.girlswithgigs.com or inspireforpurpose.com. You can find me there. And as I always like to say, remember nothing positive comes from negative thinking. So you always got to keep a positive mindset. So as always, love and light and inspire for purpose.
Beautiful. Nadine, you are up.
Yes. As you guys know, I'm Nadine Barton, the author. And yes, you could find me on Instagram as NadiaB_1202, as you see on the screen. I'm also an actor, actress, whatever you want to call it, a travel agent as well. And you could find my products on my website, www.cabzenza.com, spell CABZENZAH.com. And also you could find my books on my website, my name, NadineBarton.com. So like I always say, life is 10% of what happened to you and 90% of how you react to it. So there you have it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Cece, if you want to also add your websites on here as well, I can go ahead and show them on the screen as well.
Okay, I will.
Awesome. I'm going to transition over while Cece does that to say thank you all for just being viewers and listeners and just being here with us on another amazing, terrific Thursday. Yes, fall is fast approaching. It might be already here, right? It might be the first day of fall, or I don't know when fall really falls into, but nevertheless, fall is knocking at our doors. And so with that in mind, just keep in mind all of the valuable information that we discussed today, whether it be making sure that you know what you're feeding yourself, what you're feeding your family, your kiddos. Also, importance of fall cleaning, purging, getting rid of the old so you can make space for the new blessings that are coming in your life. And so with that in mind, I'm going to share some of our sponsor videos here. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Sponsored by Collective Wear. Available at www.yessierodriguez.com/shop and myrod-enterprise.com/shop.
From the moment that I put this Cab Zenza on my skin, it feels most amazing. As you can see, it has your skin glistening, it's moisturizing, and it's very, 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 very yummy. You too should get Cab Zenza.
Luxurious body butters.
Sponsored by Divine Beauty and Accessories. Watch Oyandia TV, Thursdays, 7:30 p.m.
A bold builder of people, purpose, and platforms, Girls with Gigs helps high performers and those desiring to achieve more shift mindsets and activate purpose. Whether it's career or leadership development, personal branding, or knowing your worth. In the job market, transformation has never been closer because this is where purpose meets action and dreams become destiny. Book your free consultation today at www.girlswithgigs.com.
Yes, shout out to our sponsors. Also, Powerhouse is still on. So if you haven't already registered, we have our October classes coming very soon. Go under my website, yessierodriguez.com/powerhouse and register. This is for individuals who want to get into the acting and modeling. I am partnering up with Zoe Walker, with the House of Zoe Walker for that, and I'll be leading the acting portion just to get you all interested in whoever wants to be an actor, right? Just to get a feel for what the industry is like, what you need to know, the ins and outs, etc. This is a beginner class, it's a 101 class, but more classes will be coming soon for advanced stages. So definitely keep an eye out on that. Also, just want to say thank you all who took the time to nominate me for the Queen City Awards. I have been officially, I guess people can vote for me now because your nominations made me a nominee now. Yay. So thank you. And so with that in mind, I will be sharing the link. And here's the link for the Girls with Gigs for those who want to visit Cece's site. But here is also the link for those who, whenever you have a chance, just go to the Queen City Awards /voting and vote for your girl. You know, I'm Actress of the Year and Model of the Year. So yes, that is the site there. So thank you all in advance for doing that. And let's see, I think there's another, here's the other one for Inspire for Purpose. I'm about to share here for you all. And just shout out to both Nadine and Cece for being amazing co-hosts. All they're doing, they're super productive, successful businesswomen, just goal-oriented, and I love that. That's what we're here for together, uniting. We're three powerhouses here at Oyandia TV, just making it happen and also making time for you all, the viewers and listeners, because we love what we do. I mean, this is a community, right? Oyandia TV is growing, is just... I'm really grateful for the path that God is leading us and taking us down. And we're worldwide on different platforms. So, I mean, hey, and for those who want to know what platforms those are, let me actually share that with you right now. There is a page on my website under the Yessie Rodriguez. If you go under the Oyandia tab, I'm going to share the link right now. You can see where you can listen to us. So if you're on a jog, you're commuting to work, let's say if you're chilling at home and you just want to listen to some food for thought, there's the link, Oyandia TV. That gives you the information to where you can actually hear us, whether it be Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, etc. You can hear our past episodes there. So yes, thank you all. And like I always say, the sky is never the limit because the galaxies are endless. So Thank you all for tuning in to another amazing episode of Hoy en Día TV. Until next time.